My name is Rhapsody. Welcome back to Slay the Spire. Oh, it's so good to be back. I have taken a small break. The flu unfortunately gripped me in such a way that I couldn't continue recording. I actually had my voice cut out multiple times during the middle of episodes and then went and just, drank some tea and soup and things like that just to quickly recover and come back and finish those episodes. But yeah, I can't sustain that for that long. That seems like a bad idea health-wise. It seems like the flu is now gone mostly and my voice is mostly back as well, so we're back in the full swing of things. Alright, I want to do a Rampage deck because I haven't done a Rampage deck in about a trillion billion years, so the most obvious selection here is Remove a Strike. Other than that, it's, trade your opening relic and hope to gosh that you get an energy relic. Okay, so 1 question mark, 2 question marks. Wow, that's actually a really garbage path there on the left. So's this. Yikes. 2 question marks earlier. At the very least, we get 2 late shops, which are both pretty much going to be used for removal opportunities. Primarily owing to the fact that I am going to try and do this as a Rampage run. I think because it's the first run in an episode, I can just wait and see if I get Rampage. Headbutt does go in a Rampage deck. And then, if this episode doesn't pan out in that direction, I can let this run peter out and then try and do something else. Rather than another, oh look, let's take every Clash that's offered and then win, because Clash is insane. It is actually really good. Spot Weakness, Anger, and Cleave. You take none of these. You pretty much have to take nothing that thickens your deck in an Anger deck. I wanted to make sure that I played Headbutt first there, because I didn't want any of my strikes to be put back on top of my deck, because I wanted the ability to fully block against this louse, should it have been an issue I needed to deal with. None of those either. Okay, get our 2 question marks, but double upgrade, not bad. Can't take the Relic. Can't take the Curse in particular. Yeah. If we get the upgraded Defend, we'll prioritize that, but we do need to try and get a Sentry down as soon as is humanly possible. Beautiful. See, if I didn't triple strike last turn, I would be taking 8 more damage this turn. Your early aggression in this fight in particular is usually rewarded. Now, I could use a weak potion here and it would disable this sentry for 2 damage this turn. It would go from 8 to 6. And then again in 2 turns time, saves me 4 HP total. That's pretty low in terms of return for health for your potion. I probably should have put the Defend Plus back on top of my deck there. Yeah, that would have been a better idea. Oh well. Dash, Headbutt, Strike Plus back to the top of the deck, and we've got the kill. Hell yeah. Strawberry, upon pickup, raise your max HP by 7, sorry. Power Through, Inflame, Anger, none of these go in this deck. Oh dear. I'll upgrade Headbutt because it stays in this deck regardless. Gosh, I really hope the next shot has a Rampage. Because a Rampage deck deals damage in exactly one way, and that's using Rampage. A Rampage deck without Rampage is nothing. You are describing nothing. 21 goes down to 17. Saves me 4 HP. No, thank you. Alright. Goodbye, Gremlin Knob. Warpaint, upon pickup, upgrade 2 random skills. Now, remember, whenever you get this or Whetstone, upon pickup, upgrade 2 random attacks, you're going to want to go add the card to your deck first. Ugh. Do I take Whirlwind as just about... Whirlwind is good. Whirlwind is so good. But more so than that, Whirlwind will provide all of the AoE that we need for a while. And then the defense. Now, you do the you do the ordering such that you take your card first, just in case there's a skill there you want to take that then gets upgraded. Blood Vial at the start of each combat, heal for 2 HP. Come on, Rampage! No, that's nothing. That's nothing. Pen Nib is super tempting. I'm not going to take it. I am going to go with the card removal again, but that Pen Nib is super tempting with a Whirlwind in the deck. Then you take the Thunder and it becomes a... Oh gosh, really? Are we going to do this? I can't take Whirlwind. It will still cost X for me. I could take a Uppercut. Try and remove someone, sure. The apply one weak gets nullified by the artifacting, but then the vulnerability goes through, so this should be 7 per. It's not going to kill the Centerliner, but it's damn close. I should have calculated whether or not it was going to kill the Centerliner and then decided whether or not I was going to hit people on the outside. So 12, 9. Okay, yeah, we can kill. Easy. Whirlwind. Actually, that should have been uppercut on backline Whirlwind because the Whirlwind was going to kill the front target regardless. I could have used the bash that turn, but we'll have a turn that just has 10 damage in hand. Oddly Smooth Stone, start each combat with 1 dex, Thunderclap, Burning Pact, and Wild Strike. Well, Burning Pact does go in a Rampage deck. We are putting a lot of our eggs in one basket right now and just waiting for Whirlwind to carry us along while we're trying to get there. Vajra's pretty damn good. I don't want to go just like Vajra, Flex, Whirlwind, bunch of strength. Here's like a foundational decision for me, right? Do I flow the way the run is telling me to go, which is clearly take the Flex, take the Whirlwind. If I'd been, more clever with my investments, I could have had a Chemical X here. Oh my god, could I have afforded it already? It's like 140. I don't think I was able to afford the Chemical X as I walked in here, but it's possible I could have afforded it, in which case it was extremely wrong for me to not just take Chemical X and make this a Whirlwind deck. I'm going to take the Flex and still make it a Whirlwind deck. In a different vein, but still. If Rampage turns up, I'm going to be pretty mad about it, but I could probably still pivot. I think I could still take the turn if I really needed to. Okay. Yeah. We'll be taking none of those, though. Take a Flex here for sure. I've got 1 turn to set up. Weaken you definitely. I could double block for 18. I could actually protect myself this turn. That's not an offer you commonly get. Let's go for it. Okay. Easy 4. Get that in the same hand with our Burning Pact, thank you. Let me burn the burn. Or I could just, deal some straight up damage. That seems good too. Oh gosh. We could end up perfecting this fight. The flow of my voice there follows the insanity of that possibly occurring. Never mind, it didn't occur, so I'm much more pleased now. This is how it was supposed to go. I mean, we do have the Oddly Smooth Stone as well as Vajra. It's pretty good. A nice statistical base to do basically anything we want from. Alright, well, we're now going to be taking damage, so I'm actually just going to go on the offensive here. Because I was never going to be able to perfect after that turn. I mean, I'd already taken 1 damage a couple turns prior. But by getting that vulnerability and a little bit of damage that turn, I could guarantee my kill next turn. Bludgeon, Brutality, and Exhume. Now, if this was a Rampage deck already, I would take Brutality here. But it's not. But it is also kind of a combo deck. Alright, I'll take a Brutality. And, well, we definitely need extra energy. Because we've got the draw to pair it, but we've also got an X cost to guarantee that we use all of our energy. This deck does need to be relatively thin. I could see myself taking Cursed Key. But I could also see myself taking Philostone. I don't want to take Sozu. Potions are really good. I'm going to take Philostone. This is going to be rough, and there are a lot of boss combats that could just immediately end us. But I think it's going to be more interesting to go high risk, high reward. Especially seeing as I already wimped out on my initial plan for this run. Alright, give me Whirlwind. There it is. I'm not going to play Brutality here because there's no... Well, I mean, I guess I would have healed up from it anyway. Alright, fair enough. I could have played Brutality there. It wouldn't have been a problem. I mean, it's not going to make a difference, but still. Explosive Potion's pretty good. Uppercut? No. Just a strong no on that one. Alright, this is Whirlwind and Defend. So I'll be taking 12 damage here, which is not great. Ooh, fully defending myself there, though. Alright, there's pretty much no... pretty much no pairing of cards that doesn't end up with killing this mugger. Okay. Thunderclap is nice, and vulnerability in AoE is pretty good. I think I turned down a Thunderclap just like 3 spaces earlier, but that was past Ryan. We're working with current Ryan now, okay? And current Ryan knows what's up. Ouch. I really wanted to take the risk, but I definitely couldn't afford the negative. Red Skull, when your HP is at or below 50%, you have 3 additional strength. That is actually really good for us. We'll definitely remove the ride, though. Okay. We'll burn the low-cost strike. Come on, and Whirlwind. Hell yeah. Am I going to be using the Strength Potion this fight? No. No, because this fight's actually going to be easier for me than some elite fights will be. In particular, I'm thinking about the Book of Stabbing. The Book of Stabbing could be well, just a real thorn in our side. Just a wee bit of a problem there. So I took the full force of that here. The enemy wasn't guaranteed to attack that turn, by the way, so ouch 2 times over. It was possible, theoretically, for me to get out of this without taking any damage. Again, we see the opportunity to add a card to our deck first, and then take the Whetstone. That is to say, choose not to add a card to our deck first, but still check regardless. Very likely just going to be playing defensive cards this turn, if I can get it. Alright. And we could. This isn't good, though. Well, at least we're below half HP. So now our Whirlwind is super powerful. Not to say it wasn't before, but it is now pretty much permanently super powerful, rather than periodically super powerful. Probably should have played those in a different order. I wanted to benefit from the vulnerability, but I also didn't really want to put anything back on top of my deck. Regen Potion, probably not another flex at this point. Sharon's Ashes, whenever you exhaust a card, deal 3 damage to all enemies. Now, regarding something I said in another episode about infinites, specifically about infinites with Sharon's Ashes and with 2 copies of... Come on, brain, don't let me down on this one. I'm not going to remember it, am I? One sec. Gotta put the flex back on top of the deck because I know that the next hand is now going to kill. Come on, and there's the whirlwind. Goodbye. That's what I was talking about in the next hand. Killing. Gremlin Horn. Whenever an enemy dies, gain an energy and draw a card, as well as another strength potion here. I'll happily take. Yes, no, at the time I was unaware of the fact that Exhume has been fixed to no longer give you the possibility of taking Exhume. So the double upgraded Exhume Sharon Ashes Infinite doesn't work. I had never really put it into practice, and I'm pretty sure I said as much in the episode as well. It's not something I'd ever managed to actually use. I just had it as this, like, neat idea that I thought was possible, but unfortunately it isn't. You'll have to stick with your Flash of Steel, double kick, drop cast. Double kick, drop cast? Drop kick, dual wield. There we go. Those are the things I meant to say. Now, I know I just said potions are super important to me, and I'm not using any potions almost ever. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Yes. Apparitions in a super aggressive deck, but also in a deck that has Sharon's Ashes? Hell yes. Oh, wee. Now, the big downside of what we just did, however, is that now it's going to be really difficult to have Red Skull ever active while we're also not in mortal danger. Look, you win some, you lose some. I don't want to add a wound to my deck. My deck is relatively thin, or at least my in-play deck is relatively thin at this point, so adding a wound to it seems like a bad idea to me. I mean, I could still probably just perfect this fight. Yeah, we'll go with that. You know what would work super well in this deck now? The new Berserk. Shuriken, every time we play three attacks in a single turn, gain a strength. There's another whirlwind. Do I dare? I could take an Exhume. See, the thing is, Exhume is just going to be another apparition in my deck, but it will also trigger Sharon's Ashes twice. I'll take an Exhume. Then we'll upgrade the Exhume. Hang on, who's... Ooh. Yeah, we'll upgrade the Exhume. If the boss was either of the other bosses, so Automaton or Champion, I would have upgraded an Apparition there so that I was able to save an Apparition for the turn they do their big hit. For Automaton, it would be Hyper Beam. For the Champ, it would be Execute. But since this boss does have a large attack, but it's not, yeah, it's not at all important or worth worrying about, I think we'll be fine. I think I'll also use both of my strength potions in this fight because it does have a possibility of us just getting overwhelmed. Now we'll headbutt the whirlwind back to the top of the deck. All right, never mind. When I said that there was a possibility of us getting overwhelmed, what I meant is not that. What I meant clearly was something else. Because it very much looks like there's no possibility of that ever occurring, and it would be dumb of me to have thought so. I could apply vulnerability, or I could get 1 extra strength. All right. As soon as I vocalize those ideas, it becomes pretty clear which is which in terms of priority. And flex whirlwind. Oh, thank you. I was really looking for a double tap here, I mean, Dark Embrace would allow us to draw off of every apparition, but the thing is we don't have enough energy to really utilize the draw after every apparition. What are we really getting? I think I take none of these. Ooh. Yikes. I was really not hoping. I was really hoping for an energy relic is what I guess I will say. Probably Empty Cage to remove 2 cards. Because our deck is combo orientated. Basically, it's Flex, Whirlwind, Flex, Thunderclap, Whirlwind. Those are basically our combos. This is a bad deck. It doesn't really do anything. We could take Runic Cube. Runic Cube would allow us to draw 2 cards a turn from Brutality. Because the lose 1 HP would also say draw a card. So it would say lose 1 HP and draw a card and draw a card. Which would enable the combo thing. But then it's slow, right? You have to, number 1, draw Brutality first. Then you have to play it. Then playing it is not a big cost unless you have Normality or Velvet Choker. But it's worth mentioning. And then the next turn is the first turn you generate any value from it. Because it has no immediate effect, especially in a deck like this that is all about immediate effect, it can be a little low priority. We're going to take the Empty Cage and remove 2 cards. Remove 2 strikes in particular. Now, looking at this, exhaust, quote-unquote exhaust on the Brutality, and every time we play Burning Pact, we exhaust a card. So after we go through our deck 1 time, we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 cards down, so we now have a 10-card deck, and we're drawing 6 cards a turn. A large amount of what will possibly let us win is this Gremlin Horn, allowing us to combo off repeatedly. 3. There is a 4 elite path. I'm pretty much bound by law to take it. Not super keen on how this turn seems like it's going to be going. Guess I'm just going to burn that for no reason. Then I'll attack the back line and put a Thunderclap back on top of the deck. If you're wondering what's happened there, that's basically just a Thunderclap setup for a possible Whirlwind next hand. Because that's easy kills. More bank. Whenever you climb a floor, gain 12 gold. No longer works when you spend any gold at a shop. That also apparently includes some events, but also not other events. So use your best determination as to whether or not it'll affect you. I can't tell you whether or not it will. Thunderclap. Then I'll headbutt something powerful back to the top of the deck, and then forget that I also don't really have that much to invest in it after I throw it back to the top of my deck. Whoops. Exhume and Apparition. Next hand should pretty much be lethal. Oh, yep, that'll do it. It's just a lot of damage. Probably don't need the second Burning Pact. I also probably don't need the first one now that we're not doing the deck that I wanted to do. Oh god. Do I take Brutality or Burning Pact out right now? Probably Headbutt. Because this isn't a Rampage deck anymore. Thankfully, neither of these are Spikers, which is why I'm taking this fight. If either of them were, nope. I would be entirely out of here. You would just see a puff of smoke where I was. Thunderclap Whirlwind. Alright, I'm gonna Burning Pact a Apparition here. And I'll Brutality Strike. I don't think there's any chance the enemy lives until next turn. I'm gonna heal 6 at the end of the fight anyway, so... See, he doesn't live. That was definitely not an order mistake. Stone Calendar. I want to get this early enough one time to actually run my entire deck based around this. I've done that once in casual play by myself, where I just played 9-clad deck and I just defended, and the Stone Calendar killed things. It was cool. it was kind of boring, but it was new. It was cool-ish, I guess. Okie dokie. Definitely flex, apparition, thunderclap. Gotta play every single flex? Sorry, every single apparition, rather. And I'm also just gonna thin the deck down at this point. Try and play multiple attacks in a single turn. This will be one. There we go. Extra easy strength for me. I can actually Thunderclap, Bash, Whirlwind for nothing and still get the Shuriken upgrade from it. And once again, no longer weakened. That was our final turn in terms of defensiveness. Can I kill or am I dead? Okay, if I flex, then defensive... I mean, there's no other way that I get out of this. So if I flex Burning Pact the defend, I can get a Whirlwind as well as another flex. That's 39 by 3. Yeah, we're dead. We are super dead. I could have tried that defensively. There's the kill. That is to say, instead of playing the flex before the Burning Pact, play the Burning Pact, the defend before the Burning Pact, so I get it back. Oh dear. With zero cost cards, Burning Pact becomes really good because you can play all of your zero cost cards in hand and then Burning Pact something in order to get them back, which we just saw. Matroshka, the next two chests you open contain 2 relics, and none of those. Well, at the very least, on this low HP, what are the good things we can say? Well, every apparition is insane right now, I guess. We're constantly going to have Red Skull active. This could be seen reasonably as a win. To be on this low HP so that I get the extra 3 damage from Red Skull, so that I am powerful enough to finish the fights early enough to not really face too harsh a negative. Explosive. I could see myself taking a Clash if it wasn't for all of the apparitions in the deck. Hang on. I could take a Heavy Blade. I would already at most times have 4 strength. So 4 by 5 is 20. So this is 34 damage and 2 energy. Get rid of that. Easy. As soon as the enemy starts attacking, I'll turn on the Essence of Steel. Well, as soon as they start attacking and I'm not already pretty much pledged to defend. Because I have nothing else to do. Burn the burn. 54. 54 is pretty good. And I'll defend 3 HP here. We've also got the Shuriken increasing the amount of strength we're carrying over time. Good bash there, though. Because the next hand is going to have a Heavy Blade. Oh, and it also has the flex. Hell yeah. Goodbye, Nemesis. Nunchaku, every time you play 10 attacks, gain an energy. That's really good for our deck. Second copy of Whirlwind. Who's our final boss? It's Time Eater. Well, see, the thing is, when our deck is in full swing, we get Whirlwind every single hand. So having 2 Whirlwinds at that point is a not good one. So we'll turn that one down. Bag of Marbles. At the start of each combat, apply 1 vulnerability to all enemies, as well as the Art of War. If you don't play any attacks during your turn, gain an extra energy next turn. Both of these are surprisingly good for our deck. The Bag of Marbles is surprisingly good because if our opening hand has Flex Whirlwind, we'll just blow the enemies up. We no longer even need to worry about the Apparitions. But if we are worrying about the Apparitions instead, the Art of War is going to give us extra energy next turn. Because usually when we play the Apparitions, we're playing all of them. Okay, so I could Whirlwind here for... It would be 18 damage by 4 to each of you. No. We've got to see what the Entropic Brew is going to give us. Oh my god, it gave us another Entropic Brew. Oh, Bloodletting would be so good. Okay, hang on. Throw a potion, another Entropic Brew, and with 2 energy. So the Whirlwind would be insane enough. We would win. Letter Opener. Every time you play 3 skills in a single turn, deal 5 damage to all enemies. These... Oh my god, another Heavy Blade. These Apparition stalling turns are just getting better and better. Oh my god, give me Whirlwind. Oh, yes. There it is. Thunderclap, Whirlwind. I'll just take all of my cards, thank you. We're going to be killing the Reptimancer next turn anyway, it doesn't matter. The Reptimancer wasn't healing that turn, so we were fine. Right. Infernal Blade. Well, Infernal Blade actually has a couple synergies in our deck. It's a 0-cost attack, so it'll help us with Nunchaku. It's a 0-cost exhaust, so it'll help us with Sharon's Ashes. It's a 0-cost attack, so it'll help us with Shuriken. It's a skill, so it'll help us with Letter Opener. I'm actually not entirely against taking it. We'll see how Variance wants to treat us. Okay, the timing to fight, I'm not specifically encouraged to leave the Apparitions until later or play them earlier. So I'm not going to upgrade all of my cards here. I'm definitely going to go for the fight the first boss and receive a rare relic. Okay. So that Apparition has already given me the ability to ignore the enemy next turn. Because that's the kind of thing they're doing. Yeah, that was not a great idea on my part. Playing that third skill, I only just realized what I was doing. One Mirror Exhaust. Oh, of course, the slimes. They're going to be exhaust. Hell yeah. Calipers. At the start of your turn, lose 15 block rather than all of it. And an Ancient Potion. That ain't... Oh, look, Rampage finally showed up. Time to do a Rampage deck now. Of course not. That Ancient Potion is probably going to be comboed with a Steroid Potion in the final fight to guarantee that I keep the extra 5 strength from that Steroid Potion rather than lose it. Ooh. 10 HP is really expensive to a deck like this right now. I've got to take the 1. It's super unfortunate that I have to take the 1 here as well, because there are a couple cards that I would desperately like to get. The Flash of Steel in particular comes to mind. Take a thinking ahead. There's no cost to taking that. I do kind of want to be lower HP before I go into the boss fight. I think as soon as I run out of Apparitions, I'm probably dead anyway. So I probably want to be on low HP so that I get the benefit from the Red Skull and the Steroid Potion and Vajra to amp up those Heavy Blades in particular. So I think I need to take some damage in this fight. Oh no. I don't really have the opportunity to, do I? Yeah, I've only just realized I'm not going to get to decide whether or not I take a small amount of damage in this fight. If I want to play my Apparitions, and I still do, I kind of screwed up by playing all of them at the very start, because the enemy attacks for 13 at the very start, which is relatively small. But before long, they're attacking for 40s. And those are a little more difficult to deal with. I should also remind myself it's always correct to play a zero-cost Whirlwind unless I have 9 for the stacks on my Nunchaku. So I'd forgotten about that before. Worth being reminded of. And I should also keep an eye on the stacks on my Nunchaku so I can actually use them. $42. Hang on. If I triple defend here, I can take some damage. Hell yeah. And beautiful. Never mind. I forgot that we actually still have defense in this deck. Champion's Belt, whenever you apply vulnerability, also apply 1 weak, and just a lot of stuff that is not really great for us. Brutality basically limits me in this fight to have 9 turns. Whatever. 19 turns. I think it'll still consistently be good enough. Okay. So we'll Ancient Potion, Steroid Potion. So now we've just got the extra strength as a guarantee. Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't want a Pommel Strike now, though. Yeah, I still want to leave that. So we're still below half HP. Everything's good. I wanted specifically to leave the Whirlwind on top of my deck there. That was super wrong. For some reason, I was like, oh, I only need to play 1 Apparition this turn. No, I should have played all of them. Definitely still should have been all. Thankfully, I'm not going to get punished for that, just because... I mean, can I kill the enemy next turn? Nope. Alright, so Apparition, Exhume, Apparition. Cool. Should have just played those other Apparitions earlier. It's so obvious in hindsight. Okay. Flex, Burning Pact to defend, because who needs those? Bash and Heavy Blade. Whirlwind for the strength up. Next Heavy Blade kills. We're fine. We're fine. There was no problem whatsoever. I just wanted to make you sweat a little bit here near the very end of the episode. Make it look like we were possibly going to lose, you know, add the stakes back into the game. 1036 in terms of our damage there. Which is fair. It was only so high as well because we killed an extra boss. Oh, whoa! It looks like that's been fixed now in terms of its score modification. Boss is slain 3. Yeah, that's good. That's really good. Because it was providing a ridiculous differential in scores in dailies. In fact, there was a daily recently that I thought I did pretty well in, that I was like 430th in, because on the final floor, I didn't go to the right event marker, and as a result, I did not get the ability to fight a first floor boss again for a rare relic, and as a result, I didn't fight a first floor boss, and as a result, I didn't get the extra 100 for fighting a first floor boss and the extra 50 or whatever for perfecting them. So let's actually see. Where's that? Where's that? Where's that? Is that already mentioned in here in particular? It does not appear to be. See, my voice is still a little bit on the fritz, but it's getting back. Okay, I can't see any reference to it so far. So it must have been ages ago. All right. Feeling pretty good about that. So, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire. Hopefully you have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we will see you next time, Mathieu.